This is just a quick video on how to assemble the furniture kits I'm offering on my Etsy site. The tools needed, utility knife, a glue applicator. In this case I'm using a micro glue applicator, which I could really recommend spending the $5 to get. Glue squeeze out is one of your worst enemies when it comes to finish. The stain or whatever you're using won't color the glue the same as the wood, and it'll look splotchy. Here I am cutting it out with the utility knife. It can be a little difficult. You can also use a multi-tool if you have one with a very fine blade. That works well, but a little pricey for some people. Also a tiny X-Acto saw, fine-tooth X-Acto saw. The sandpaper I'm using here is adhesive backed, and I just stick it right down onto the paper I have protecting my work surface. You can get these on Amazon. I got these at Harbor Freight. You get a whole roll, and then I cut them in half to even double the number I get. You want to try to keep the piece perpendicular so that your edge is still nice and flat. You don't want to change the shape of that edge, especially if it's going to be glued. On that edge there, you could actually change it if you'd like, if you wanted it rounded. Here you'll find a little bit of fuzz in the dados. It can interfere with the glue up. Take a small piece of fine sandpaper. I think I have 180 here. You could use 220. Just kind of fold it and use it just to get that fuzz out of there. It'll help it go together more easily. Help your glue joints be stronger. The dados on this make it really go together easily. It fits the pieces, everything fits right where it should, so there's not a lot of guesswork. Makes for a good strong glue joint, stronger than a butt joint, and looks more realistic. Looks like a larger piece of furniture. These, you have to kind of be careful handling delicate pieces like this. See, I have two hands, and I'm trying to get the legs in my grip so that I'm holding as much material as possible. The better you can trim the tabs, obviously the cleaner it's going to be. You want to try not to cut into the shape, obviously, but the better you can do that. Here I've got a piece of 80 grit just to really get the big chunk off. If you had a spindle sander, that would be great here. I tried to make the video not assuming that you had a huge collection of tools. Tried to use the most basic things, but obviously if you have those tools, you'll know that you could use them. Again, kind of taking just the fuzz off on the edges where the router cuts out the piece. Always good to do a dry assembly, whether you're doing full-size projects or miniature projects, just to see how everything's going to fit. You might find that you have to do things in a certain order based on your dry assembly. In a simple project like this, you're probably not going to find a big surprise there, but at least you know everything fits together. You know that all your joints are going to go. It's always tempting to grab that glue bottle immediately, but a little bit of work like this will make things smoother and can save you from some grief. Again, this simple one fits together nicely. Here's the micro applicator. This is a Rockler item. I think it was $4.50. I'm sure there are tons of others. You can also use a little pool of glue and then use a toothpick to put it in. It's hard. It takes quite a while. This little micro applicator is really nice. Sometimes you might have to thin the glue just a tiny bit. This is just regular Titebond wood glue, and I think I put like 3 drops of warm water in it just to thin it out a little. The needle is very fine. You can use CA glue here. The quick setup, though, sometimes can bite you. If you're really comfortable getting it together the way you want it quickly, the CA glue, especially with an accelerator, can make this a very quick project, but you don't have much open time if things aren't exactly where you want them. If I don't have a specific video for the piece that you're trying to make and you're wondering how something goes together, it's not clear from the pictures, message me and I'll get back to you as soon as I can and let you know. Or send you a picture to detail it. You can see even with the micro applicator, a tiny bit of squeeze out on that one brace. You can clean that up with a Q-tip, and then take the other side and dampen it just ever so slightly and clean off the glue. In a spot like this, it's not going to show a lot. You might cause more grief for yourself by trying to clean it up rather than just leaving it where it was. So now, just a matter of waiting on the glue to dry, applying your finish. You can final sand maybe with some steel wool. But this is it. Hope you liked it. Thank you. Here's some finished items. Here's one in walnut, cherry, and the walnut one with a cushion.